can surely know how the wind blows, where the balloon's taking me to roam. When showers of notes fall like sparkles, I let them form random new songs. Find your own pace, own path. Play for this race, let's start. As a discord, wing it out, cast aside the unchanging score. Swing now, we aren't bolted putts anymore. Win it out, be the shark no one can ignore. Ready to surprise them all, really alive. Wow, line is right inside, birds of a feather together now, really alive. Wing it out, cast aside the unchanging score. Swing now, we aren't bolted putts anymore. Win it out, be the shark no one can ignore. Join us, let me hear you shout. Strike out your card, yeah! Wow, keep on moving, grooving. Jump high and fly. Wow, speed up, move it, prove it. Jump high and fly. Who can surely know how the wind blows, where the balloon's taking me to roam. When showers of notes fall like sparkles, I let them form random new songs. Find your own pace, own path. Play for this race, let's start. As a different pace, own path. Play for this race, let's start. As a discord, wing it out, cast aside the unchanging score. Swing now, we aren't bolted putts anymore. Win it out, be the shark no one can ignore. Ready to surprise them all, really. Wing it out, cast aside the unchanging score. Swing now, we aren't bolted putts anymore. Win it out, be the shark no one can ignore. Join us, let me hear you shout. Strike out your card, yeah! Wow, keep on moving, grooving. Jump high and fly. Wow, speed up, move it, prove it. Jump high and fly. Who can surely know how the wind blows, where the balloon's taking me to roam. When showers of notes fall like sparkles, I let them form random new songs. Find your own pace, own path. Play for this race, let's start. As a discord, wing it out, cast aside the unchanging score. Swing now, we aren't bolted putts anymore. Win it out, be the shark no one can ignore. Ready to surprise them all, really alive. Wow, keep on moving, grooving. Jump high and fly. Wow, speed up, move it, prove it. Jump high and fly. Hey, worried about it? Don't you doubt it. Let's go, hit the pedal to the metal. Mend your pace and step it up. Play the ace powered on, let's amp it up. Lights on, all star, supercharge it, electrify. Our ending line is right inside. Birds of a feather together now, really alive. Wing it out, cast aside the unchanging score. Swing now, we aren't bolted putts anymore. Win it out, be the shark no one can ignore. Join us, let me hear you shout. Strike out your card, yeah! Wow, keep on Who can surely know how the wind blows, where the balloon's taking me to roam? When showers of notes fall like sparkles, I let them form random new songs. Find your own pace, own path. Play for this race, let's start. As a discord, wing it out, cast aside the unchanging score. Swing now, we aren't bolted anymore.
絶滅大君鬼弱が正体体を表し
Failed his disguise. His clones appeared across plain Arcadia. Assad Pramad made a spectacular entry into the Phantom Moon Games, sparking widespread panic and turning plain Arcadia into an apocalyptic ruin. Meanwhile, Assad Pramad led Himiko into a painting that represented her past. Assad Pramad did this to seek out an answer. At the end of the blood-stained games 15 years ago, how did Himiko escape the weathering curse? And what was Aha's role in it all? Himiko's past was slowly revealed. She and Motoko, the Imagine who bore her wishes, struggled to ignite the Express and send it soaring into the sky. Though Aha offered no reward, they received a gift from a mysterious figure hidden within the shadow of the Phantom Moon. Himiko and Motoko exchanged their destinies. Two girls made a promise to each other. When the Phantom Moon was full again, the Express would return with companions and stories. With a desperate determination to get even closer to the stars, the Astral Express soared into the sky once more. 15 years later, Himiko had become the person she had once aspired to be. In this game between Assad Pramad and Himiko, Himiko left behind clues only the Express crew would comprehend, and revealed the true nature of Assad Pramad's abilities. As a Lord Ravager with power over possibilities, he had imaginated an apocalyptic ending, dooming everyone on the canvas of reality in Ahatopia. Yao Guang summoned the Spiritus Kalachakra Skyplume to battle Assad Pramad's countless created selves. By using the power of observation, she located Assad Pramad's true body and sunk into the gap between existence and non-existence. And so, the battle between the Express crew and Assad Pramad began. In the ensuing battle, The express crew found themselves pushed to their limits against a Lord Ravager fighting at full strength. Fulfilling her promise as the navigator, Himiko stood before everyone, willing to sacrifice her life to protect their chance of escape. When all hope seemed lost, my desperate wish awakened the Stellaron. I chose to bring Himiko back, and with her, preserve the continuation of the Trailblaze. The Stellaron answered this phenomenal wish, sending me back to the moment before everything became irreversible, and allowing me to turn the tide of the battle. With the encouragement of the express crew, Himiko channeled unprecedented wish power and confidence to imaginate something she had long been unable to materialize. The Mechatron Star Blazer. Assad Pramad's plan was foiled. Even in his moment of defeat, he arrogantly declared to me, "Flee." His plan stretched beyond victory and defeat. He had plotted for so long, and his plan was finally coming to fruition. The Veracity husk sealed for ages by the Phantom Moon Games was finally awakening.
Revealed into
Bring down the house! Bring down the house!
let's have some fun.
Run. Once the Veracity awakens, you'll have nowhere to run. If you want to live, tell us how to seal it.
It's too late. Just like how a star can collapse into a black hole. Once hunger crosses its limit, the husk's awakening will be unstoppable. I've waited thousands of years for this, watching my plans be disrupted, rectified, and delayed time after time. But a true plan doesn't require ingenious calculations. All it needs is patience. Nothing can compete against time, especially time armed with patience.
This isn't for you to decide! You've lost your mind. He wants to offer himself up as a sacrifice to satiate the husk.
Offer myself up? You flatter me. My plan was to offer you and all the supplicants to the husk. Unfortunately, luck isn't on my side, but a loser should face his defeat with pride, and the victor should receive their rewards. Take this treasure, young nameless. Consider it a token of recognition from a former navigator. Show it how you'll face the coming challenge. The fragments mouths of the divine are due to feed. And so, once more, I depart for a destination that never extended me an invitation. From the bottom of my heart, I hope our paths do not cross at that place. It's too late. The veracity has awakened. Now, run.
Quick, onto Starblazer, immediately!
Can a girl even catch her breath after defeating a villain?
Satpramada's dead, but he's already nailed the apocalyptic nightmare firmly into the fabric of this world.
So, where are we headed next? Who are we fighting this time? We gotta do something, right?
The destination's always been clear. We're heading to Perdido Station.
Calm down, March. Fighting isn't the only thing the Nameless are good for. Leading people safely out of their predicament. Now that's a mission even more true to the Trailblaze Creed than taking down a formidable foe. And that's exactly what we're about to do.
Himeko, are you saying...
The Husk's awakening can no longer be avoided. So from now on, we need to use what time we have left to do what the Astral Express does best.
Everyone, I've arrived at the same conclusion. The Husk's activity index is rising exponentially. It's only a matter of time before the seal completely disintegrates. Based on signal strength alone, it is estimated the Veracity Husk deep within planar Arcadia will break through its seal and tear open the world and canvas in 8 system hours. When that happens, the planet Ahatopia will be the first course on the menu once the Eons remains awakened. And 12 system hours after that, the entire Consternation star zone will be reduced to a feast for the ravenous. The Express is the vehicle with the longest known warp range and the greatest carrying capacity. I've already given the order. Perdido Station will clear a priority lane for you. Please proceed to Perdido Station with all haste. Allow the refugees to board and leave planar Arcadia.
Understood. Better brace ourselves for the most packed ride the Express has ever seen. Roots hold out. We're running out of time.
We're saved! It's the Astral Express crew!
What just happened? The whole place is shaking like crazy! The crisis isn't over yet! Hurry! Stay! Perdido Station is just up ahead.
Please, everyone, stay safe. Beep boop! It's the president!
Yay, this is great! While the Furbos and I were helping the security officers move supplies and keep order, I kept wondering when you'd come back. You really made it! Oh, no wonder you're the protagonist. Lucky as always.
Oh, thank goodness! I thought the president had gone out in a blaze of glory!
Thanks to you, President, everyone's doing great!
Oh, by the way, what about that Xianzhou general who set out with you?
To lock onto Assad Pramad's clones, General Yao Guang was imprisoned within the infinite possibilities. I don't even know if she still exists.
I see. Her divination came true after all. But, hey! There's no word she's dead for certain. Which means she's definitely still out there.
I'll find a way to bring her back. I promise.
I'm afraid now's not exactly the time for this. The ground outside is shaking like crazy. Looks like some big trouble is rearing its ugly head. I spotted Miss Kuchiba on a call with my creditor, the esteemed Madame Pearl. They were talking about doing a head count of the refugees and getting everyone aboard the Astral Express. I'd better head back and help them out. Everyone's pitching in and I'd look pretty bad just sitting around twiddling my thumbs. You should go talk to them in the meantime.
Madame Pearl, I have to ask. By entrusting this intelligence to us, what exactly is it you're hoping Mr. Ashvale and I will do?
What any good security officer and detective should do. Keep Plain Arcadia safe.
Keep Plain Arcadia safe? We're not even specks of dust in the face of the husk. Come on. This is way beyond anything a security officer and a detective should be dealing with.
This isn't where your battle lies. I'll request that the Astral Express take you to Astropolis. You've arrived 3 minutes ahead of schedule. A good omen.
Interesting. And what would you have us do? File a petition? Stage a protest? To the IPC and all their superiority, we're not even ants worth stepping on.
The intelligence I'm entrusting to you both comes from years of personal investigation. It isn't encrypted, nor does it have to be delivered to the IPC's top brass. I have but one request. Protect Plain Arcadia at all costs. Perhaps you still remember Jade's invitation. A 7-member summit on the Anti-Destruction Alliance is to be convened in Astropolis. I'm hoping the Astral Express can take the refugees from Perdido Station and bring them there. Before the time comes for the husk to break through the seal, I implore you to report the situation in Plain Arcadia to the IPC's top brass and ensure that the preservation's protection is secured.
So it seems you're not sure how the IPC plans to handle the crisis in Plain Arcadia either.
I know the higher-ups' decision-making all too well. Some of them fit the name Stonehearts better than I ever could. Given the current state in Plain Arcadia, I wouldn't put it past someone to propose deploying Star Destroyer arsenals to eliminate the threat once and for all.
Madame Pearl, you're not coming with the Express?
No. My duty lies here. I shall stand with Plain Arcadia to the very end. Besides, the artistic realm I've sought for so long is finally smiling upon me. 1,000 years ago, Graphia encanvassed the entire world in that very same moment of peril. Now that I have another chance to put brush to canvas, how could I possibly let it slip away? There's no need to worry about me. I've already made arrangements in Astropolis for the current situation. I know. The Nameless have always been brave enough to linger in the direst of plights. Running away has never been your style. But that's exactly why I'm asking you to bear this decision. The one that's harder for you than any other. There is still hope. So long as even a single stroke remains to be drawn upon the blank spaces of fate's canvas, the masterpiece that is Plain Arcadia will not be lost, and the Phantasmoon Games are far from over. No matter how dire things get, we shall find it in ourselves to smile. For this is a ceremony meant to bring joy and miracles to the world.
Yes, there's still hope. Madam Pearl, I once said that the Trailblaze would serve as the sail for the Anti-Destruction Alliance. And so, in times of fierce winds and rough seas, that's precisely when a sail must do its part. Next, it's time for the Astral Express's War Council. Everyone, we're short on time. Refugees are gathering at Perdido Station, and we need to get them aboard the Express as quickly as possible. March, Sunday. I'm counting on you two for this.
You got it. Leave it to me. I won't leave a single person behind.
Once the Express departs, I'll need you to handle navigation and keep things in order on board. Haven't you been doing a great job this whole time? From here on out, you'll have to get used to holding the wheel. As for me, I'm the one who set out from this place, and the one who's come back. This is my fight, and mine alone. I'm leaving Madame Pearl's request in your hands.
All right. I'll get the Express and everyone on board safely to the next stop. I won't let you down.
Feels like we're back to that very first moment when we boarded the Express. Well then, I'll stay behind and help Himiko maintain the Starblazer.
In that case, the duty of protecting the Express falls to me. I'll be clearing the lane when the Express takes off.
One last thing before we depart. Sunday, I have a gift for you. As the navigator, I'd like to officially invite you to join the Nameless of the Astral Express. You could have left at any time, but thank you for staying with us all the way here. You may not be one of the Nameless who solemnly swore their oaths upon the path of the Trailblaze, but I believe the courage you showed standing beside us against Asat Pramod is nobler than any oath ever spoken.
Thank you, Miss Himiko. Though plain Arcadia was not the place I sought, I still believe that somewhere at the end of the road I have yet to walk, there exists something more enduring, something truly worthy of being called an Arcadia. To that end, I'm willing to walk this path with you all, to witness it, and to see it through to the future that awaits us.
Everyone, from this moment onward, we each march toward our own battlefields and fight for the survival of this world. But this is no farewell. I won't say goodbye to any of you. Not while we're still walking the same path. This journey leads us starward.
Once I've taken care of things in Astropolis, I'll head back as soon as I can.
Attention, all evacuees at the Perdido station. Please form an orderly line and board the Astral Express for immediate transport to Astropolis. I repeat, please form an orderly line and board the Astral Express for immediate transport to Astropolis.
Medicine, food, thermal blankets. This is the last crate. Madame Pearl told us there'd be people in Astropolis to receive the refugees. But we should still bring some emergency supplies just in case. Better safe than sorry.
The Marketing Development Department and the Technology Department left behind one hell of a mess before she took over this world. And she wants to hand over every last shred of evidence she's gathered over the years to us, so we can deliver it right under the IPC's nose. Never thought I'd end up moonlighting as a delivery man at the end of the day.
Well, it's not too far off from the Galaxy Ranger playbook, delivering evidence of the bad guys' crimes right to their doorstep, gift-wrapped with a few bullets.
Based on what I know about the IPC and how they operate, she's basically handed us a hot potato.
Cross-world law enforcement. That's a bit beyond the scope of anyone's jurisdiction. But judging by the look on your face, I'd say this isn't much of a hot potato at all. More like a ripe, sweet fruit just waiting to be picked.
Everyone, the Express is ready for departure. Please bring the remaining supplies and the last of the evacuees aboard as soon as possible. We need to depart immediately.
Attention all passengers! The Astral Express will be departing in 10 minutes! Please board without delay!
Initiating route clearance.
Holy verbooly! Imaginary are leaving plain Arcadia? I've heard that Imaginary who lose their wish power will vanish in the blink of an eye. Like takeout left outside Mr. Detective's door. God, without a trace.
Don't be silly. Your cuteness will definitely get tons of attention wherever you go. People will shower you with wish power. Anyway, just remember, it'll be fine. You're not gonna die.
Really? But I'm a journalist! Has it finally come to the point where I have to rely on my looks to get by?
I can't speak for other places out in the middle of nowhere. But Astropolis? That's where Interastral Peace Entertainment is based. And Imaginary there is like a fish back in water.
That's great! We're running out of time, so hop on board, everyone. Mr. Shush has got hot drinks waiting for you all. You'll be safe and sound once you're on the Express. Attention all passengers! The Astral Express will be departing in 5 minutes! Please board without delay!
I should get going. Silverwolf promised Pearl she'd stay behind and help with that world and canvas ceremony. I don't understand what program code and paintbrushes could possibly have in common. Nor do I have any idea what calculations are running through her head. She gave her answer and chose to stay. And so will I. After all, this is exactly why I joined the Phantasmoon Games. Ever since I received this body bestowed by the Abundance, this is the first time I'm fighting not against death, but to preserve a single moment. It's been a long time since I've allowed myself to act on my own impulses in a world where no script dictates the outcome. You too.
You really think the world's end is some kind of public shelter?
I know. Ever since the tavern was first established, it's only ever had one rule. No entry for anyone but fools. If we just throw the door to the hidden world wide open for anyone, people are gonna be pointing fingers at us. But old Zippo, look at this flock of lost sheep with nowhere to go, and I gotta say, my heart's aflutter. End of the world survival. Now that's a market with some serious profit potential.
Sampo, you ought to stitch yourself a mask out of credits. If you've got a soft spot for them, just admit it.
So, it appears our beautiful and kind-hearted Miss Sparksy has some sort of compromise in mind?
Rules may be set in stone, but a fool is anything but. Tavern business cards, special edition. Every single one is laced with my Sparksy virus. Just scatter them around, and whoever picks one up will get a Sparksicle mask.
Brilliant! That basically means everyone's a masked fool from now on. But leave it to me to open the door. Good luck out there.
Alrighty, my dear little Sparks heads, quit moping around. Pull yourselves together and get ready for the next party. An even bigger bash, the Doomsday Sparksicon. Everyone's a guest here. Grab a mask if you feel like it. As for surviving the chaos in this tavern, well, it all comes down to how wild a ride they're willing to have.
What's the deal with these people? Did Sparksy let them in again?
Darn it! Sampo, who told you to open the tavern door to these regular people?
Easy there, young fool. Around here we extend a little grace and a little courtesy to anyone wearing a mask. Besides, I won't be sticking around here for long. Old Sempo will be taking them somewhere safe. Let old Sempo think for a second here. Where should our Doomsday Tour group take our new friends for a little sightseeing? Lushaka? Oh, these old legs can't afford to get rheumatism on top of everything else. Planet Screwlum? Those Intellitrons are way too cold. Wait, cold? Haha! I got it! Stick with moi, everyone, for only 10 credits each. I'll take you somewhere with absolutely gorgeous scenery! The Bellabog Tour Group is officially open for business!
Huh. The masked fools are pretty impressive when they actually get their act together. Guess I better pick up the pace too.
Attention all passengers! The Astral Express will be departing in 3 minutes! Please board without delay!
Time to get going. Himiko, Dan Hang, Mr. Yang, hang in there. I'll be back to help as soon as I can. No matter how many obstacles lie ahead, no matter how many solutions I must try, I will win the support we need, bring the preservation's aid to this place, and put an end to the threat of the veracity.
We believe in you.
Don't worry about us. We're counting on you now.
We'll hold out until the moment you return with good news.
No navigator is born knowing where the destination lies. The moment a nameless turns their gaze toward a destination not yet reached, they become the navigator of their own journey. Everyone, it's time for departure.
Attention all passengers! The express will be departing in 1 minute! The express is about to make the jump! The express is about to make the jump! Please be seated and hold on! All passengers, please remain calm and stay where you are. Is everyone okay? For a moment, I thought I was a goner back there.
I think I'm getting a little motion sick.
You're lucky you can even feel motion sick. We almost didn't make it back there. Did you guys see that giant hand sweep past the window? It just came down from the sky and swatted the Phantom Moon away.
I wasn't paying attention to that. All I saw was Don Hung and Miss Himiko fighting to clear a path for us.
Conductor, what about things over in Plain Arcadia? Is everything okay?
Relax. So long as no one's in a rush to charge head first into the beast's maw, your friends still have time to hold their own against the husk.
What's going on? Who's talking? Why would you bring something like that back here? That's the head of a Lord Ravager we're talking about here.
It's hard to say whether Asat Pramad's head is that hand, or this die.
We've got enough trouble as it is! The Astral Express does not welcome it!
Dear conductor, don't you think that's a little harsh?
Thanks to you, the Express has had more close calls with death than Pom-Pom can count! Don't make Pom-Pom find a blender and turn you into a smoothie!
It's all over now, conductor. I'm just a die left behind by Asat Pramad, a harmless toy that can't even move on its own.
I see. How did things end up like this?
Life is full of surprises, I suppose. Sorry for all the trouble I've caused you. To make up for everything I've caused the Express, how about I go back to my old line of work as IC? You might think of me as a little teaching tool. Whenever the young trailblazer needs some tempering, or craves a little excitement on a dull stretch of the journey, just toss me up in the air. Just as I always have, I'll bring you a one-of-a-kind trial of probability. After all, learning to stay true to your path amidst chaos and the unexpected, that's one of the most important lessons for the Nameless, isn't it? Roll a 1, and I'll generate astral charts plotting a course straight to the Antimatter Legion's Warforge. Roll a 2, and for the next hour, every beverage on the Express will be replaced with high-energy fuel, or Von Walk's iron-eating stomach acid.
Please, just find a rag and wrap it up.
I can tell. Back when IC, the Starseer, was around, the Nameless never lacked the opportunity to go on an adventure.
Times have changed. Passenger with Himiko away, you'll need to step up and take on the role of acting navigator. That'd be good. Calibrating the warp jump to Astropolis is gonna take a little more time. Why don't you head to the party car and check in on everyone? Those passengers who just escaped must still have their hearts in their mouths. Go bring them a hot drink and say a few comforting words. Let them know that now they're aboard the Express,
everything's going to be okay.
Leave it to us, conductor.
March. Sunday. Time to head over to the party car and check on the refugees.
Keep at it.
I got separated from my...
Daddy, where are we going? I don't want to go out anymore. I want to go home to Mommy.
We'll go home soon, I promise.
Little one, I'm afraid we'll have to find somewhere safer. Think of it as being a brave explorer for a little while.
Explore?
Even heroes in stories have to retreat sometimes before they can find the weapon to beat the big bad monster. So we gotta be brave. Wouldn't you agree?
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna be a brave explorer. Some people look miserable. Others are crying. The mood around here feels so heavy. Their homeland is about to be destroyed by some unknown catastrophe, and they're being forced to leave everything behind. Far from home, to a strange world on the other side of the cosmos. Everyone's on edge, not knowing what the next moment might bring. What are we supposed to do?
Fear is contagious. It spreads from one person to the next. One person cries, and 10 more start to panic. Let me try using my tuning to soothe these people. Strange. I can't sense their feelings anymore. The power bestowed upon me by the Mask of Elation. It's gone. Is it because we're outside of plain Arcadia now?
You got this, protagonist.
Tuning might relieve them from panic for a while, but it won't help them see the situation for what it really is. These people don't need some lofty, out-of-reach promise. All we need to give them is a clear, safe next step.
So, where we're headed, is it safe?
I know how it feels to be uprooted from your homeland on such short notice, heading to a world you've never seen. It's only natural for people to feel scared. Our destination is hardly some dangerous, uncharted wasteland. Astropolis is one of the major worlds under the IPC, equipped with comprehensive shelter facilities and legal protections. Not only will everyone be safe there, but you'll also be provided with temporary housing and living supplies. Once the crisis in plain Arcadia has been resolved, the IPC will arrange for each one of you to be returned home.
Really? You sure those bigwigs at the IPC won't just treat us like a bunch of rats and slam the door in our faces?
Madame Pearl has already arranged everything for you all. Plain Arcadia is a member of the Pan-Cosmic Trade System. The IPC has an obligation to ensure the safety of Plain Arcadia when it faces a crisis.
I know that some of you still have loved ones back in your homeland. And some are grieving for all that it's been through. But plain Arcadia is still standing. its light still shines on the Express's astral charts. Because there are still many brave souls fighting on that land. The Nameless, the Stellaron Hunters, the Masked Fools, and, of course, Madame Pearl.
But is there truly any way to stop those things crawling out from underground?
Everyone! The Astral Express just took down a Lord Ravager, and the ones still there in plain Arcadia are none other than his most trustworthy companions.
I have faith in them. The same way I have faith in everyone here in this car right now. They haven't given up on this world. We cannot allow ourselves to be overcome by fear or despair.
Everyone, once we reach Astropolis safely, we can bring the crisis in plain Arcadia to the attention of more powerful forces across the cosmos. And when that happens, everything taking place on this planet will receive the reinforcements it desperately needs. And that's what this journey is all about. Carrying the spark of hope out there for those fighting the good fight.
Astropolis. I've heard of that place. It should be safe.
With the Trailblazer's strength, he wouldn't lie to us, would he?
We need to get the children out. The Astral Express. We're definitely trying to help.
Nice work.
Now that the tide of panic has receded, everyone's got, well, a solid rock to stand on, to say the least. I have to say, your ability to deliver a speech is unexpectedly impressive. In any case, we can deal with whatever trouble the future throws at us after we get to Astropolis.
Attention, everyone! Calibration is complete. The Express will be warping to Astropolis shortly. For your safety, please find the nearest seat and buckle up.
Sounds like the conductor's all set. Let's grab a seat.
Engines primed. We're ready to depart at any time.
Himiko, Hung, Mr. Yang, please hang in there and stay safe. You have to wait for me to come back.
So that giant cube is...
Attention, all passengers. The warp jump is complete. We have arrived safely at Astropolis.
So what are we supposed to do next? Himiko and Mr. Yang always make it look so easy. Like it's just step 1, 2, 3. But now that they're gone, I end up completely flustered.
As per tradition, every time the Express makes a stop, we Nameless gather first to decide on our next course of action.
Incoming encrypted transmission from Astropolis.
Looks like our discussion will have to be put on hold.
Friends of the Astral Express, you're finally here. I've been receiving intermittent hyperspace transmissions from Pearl. I'm now up to speed on the emergency in plain Arcadia, where the husk is about to break free.
Himiko and Madame Pearl, are they okay?
Based on the timestamps, They were still fighting as of right before your arrival here. I'll authorize landing clearance for you immediately, and have someone sent to receive you. Welcome to Astropolis. I've also made proper arrangements for accommodating the refugees. Please have the representative from the Department of Aberration Defense coordinate with them.
It's rare to see Madame Jade without a trace of a smile on her face.
Well, you know what they say. The fewer the words, the bigger the trouble. I'll go notify the conductor and get the docking car ready.
And I'm going to inform Miss Nilux, Mr. Ashvale, and Miss Kuchiba. We'll need their help getting everyone settled in.
Friends, the docking car is standing by and ready to roll.
Let's head out once you're all set.
So, this is Astropolis? Trampolines, beach volleyball, and the smell of barbecue wafting in from who knows where. Guess this is what vacations are all about.
We just barely escaped with our lives. And now we're suddenly greeted by this scene of peace and prosperity. It feels surreal. Like stepping back into Penacony all over again. For the people of Astropolis, the events unfolding in plain Arcadia still seem like a distant affair.
It's hard to imagine what will go through their heads when they hear the news of the Veracity Husk's revival.
From what I know, even if the news spread far and wide, most people in Astropolis would carry on surfing, sipping coffee, and dining on elegantly plated meals at open-air restaurants without batting an eye.
After all, this is the vacation resort for IPC executives. Once people get parasitized by a certain kind of power, they always have this delusion that the fire will never burn its way to them.
The refugees on the Express can't just sit around twiddling their thumbs. We need to report this to the Astropolis authorities ASAP. Just leave that to Mr. Ashvale and me.
Sounds like a plan. Now let's get moving. And don't forget to bring Mr. Analog. His brain works faster than the two of ours put together.
Oh, wait. Take me along, too. Everyone's got something to attend to. How can I just sit here doing nothing?
Well, that won't be necessary. You see... Oh, right. As the Astral Express's biographer, your comic's still running, isn't it? You wouldn't want to miss out on the Express crew's adventures in Astropolis, would you?
A fair point. But I can't just keep being a walking camera, can I?
Miss Nilux, we understand how you feel. But the work Ashvale and I have ahead of us is... incredibly tedious. And will no doubt be up against Astropolis's massive bureaucratic machine. Please just leave all the bickering and legwork to us.
Those two acting all hush-hush. Are they on some kind of secret mission or what?
Madame Jade said she'd send someone to receive us. So, where's the guy?
Hey! Hello! I've been waving forever and you didn't even notice me. It's me, your avian buddy Albert.
Did you guys see that? One of the cars just came flying out like a surfboard.
Initiating route clearance.
Surprise! Didn't see that coming, did you?
Mr. Owlbird, what are you doing here?
After all those episodes of Keeping Up with Star Rail, don't tell me you still didn't know the show's physical studio is right here in Astropolis. Do you have any idea how hard it was for me to get away from my mountain of work? All because Madam Jade asked me personally to come pick you up. Picking an old friend of the Astral Express with the job best. What's she being all secret about anyway? I'm a pretty big deal in Astropolis, you know. Come on, can't you give me just a teensy little hint? Hoo. I see. It sounds like a hoot. Not like a hoot. The only hoots I give are literal ones. Anyway, I'll pry no more.
Wordplay? Seriously? At a time like this? Unbelievable.
Easy there, young lady. There's no rush. Just follow me. We'll cut through the Seaside Park, and Madam Jade will be waiting for you somewhere a little more convenient. In the meantime, allow me to give you a grand tour of the city of converging stars along the way. Its sights, its culture, the whole shebang. Shall we? Speaking of which, why is this place called Kenneth Pie? Ta-da! The answer is... the administrator of Astropolis is named Kenneth Arena! He is the one who designed the Seaside Park.
All right. We're not here for sightseeing. Can we just put the tour guide act on hold for now?
Here we are! Just head up this way. Madam Jade's waiting for you on the hotel terrace.
The Tide of Terminator Grand Hotel, huh? So this is the spot Madam Jade picked. Pretty tucked away, I gotta say.
Wait, you've been here before, Miss Blurry?
Well, I did actually live here for a while back in the day. You know how it is. As a comic artiste, my greatest talent is traveling around the world, alternating between field research and deadline crunches.
Every time I do an interview, I can't help but envy you guests who get to travel far and wide and rack up all those amazing experiences. Sadly, work is like an invisible birdcage that I just can't seem to get away from. Well, the mission Madam Jade assigned to me is all wrapped up. Much as I hate to say goodbye to you all, I gotta be on my way and get back to recording the show. Before I head out, you don't mind me asking, Trailblazer, since you graced Astropolis with your presence, would the Keeping Up with Star Rail production team have the honor of interviewing you and your friends? Really? That'd be great! Well, I'll take my leave. Hope your chat goes smoothly!
Wait, why is interplanar jump here in Astropolis? too. Spacesuits? Jetpacks? Well, aren't we keeping up with the times?
Of it, I think I might have also spotted some Imagine along the way.
It's been a while, Nameless. And Mr. Sunday.
Sunday is also an official member of the Express now.
Sounds like a lot went down during the Phantasmoon games.
Nice to meet you. I'm NHIİU, a comic artist. You must be Madame Jade. I've heard so much about you.
Is that so? You look familiar. Have we met somewhere before?
Oh, not surprising at all. I'm sure you must have read my masterpiece, Fluffy Across the Blue. Either that or you've seen one of my on-camera interviews.
Someone help! Please get Miss Blurry and her zero boundaries energy out of here!
The Fluffy. Yes. Pearl has mentioned that comic to me before. But what we need to discuss next has nothing to do with comics. So if you wouldn't mind excusing us.
Fair enough, but I'm guessing whatever you're about to discuss is closely tied to Plain Arcadia. That place is my home, and its future will be determined by the IPC's decisions. I think I have the right to remain here. For as long as I can remember, I've been a bystander, recording other people's stories with my brush. But this time, my sketches, my home, they're all part of that world that's falling apart. At least let me witness the very moment that decides its destiny. Please, don't make me beg.
There are 8 system hours before the husk of veracity breaks through the seal. Pearl's transmission conveyed both her resolve and her plan to save them. She intended to invoke the gaze of the Amber Lord and borrow the power of preservation to encanvas plain Arcadia once more, buying time against the Husk's breakthrough. To that end, she was willing to offer up her cornerstone. But before her message could come through, someone within the IPC, as if they had already seen it coming, issued an early warning about the Husk in plain Arcadia spiraling out of control. At the same time, the one who issued the warning proposed a targeted plan: weaponize the Veracity's Husk and transform it into a weapon against destruction. In which case, we would not only neutralize the threat posed by the Husk, but also eliminate Nanook's minions once and for all. Perhaps even wound the Aeon themselves. By comparison, Pearl's proposal looks more like it's just stalling an inevitable catastrophe.
Convert the Husk into a weapon? If we do that, all of plain Arcadia would cease to exist, wouldn't it?
Once that happens, then Himiko and the others will...
My friends, 2 Stellaron hunters, Madame Pearl, and countless citizens out there are still fighting for plain Arcadia. As long as there's a chance to help them, as long as there's still a glimmer of hope, I'll pay any price without hesitation. But there is one price I refuse to pay. Their lives.
So, who proposed this plan anyway?
Oswaldo, from the Marketing Development Department.
That monster! Does he have even an ounce of humanity?
Human nature isn't even my main concern here. I'm more doubtful about whether this plan can actually work. I mean, was there really not a single person at the IPC who stood up and asked that guy if this plan even had a snowball's chance of working?
Of course there was. But standing behind Oswaldo was none other than Miss Yabuli from the Technology Department. As the de facto leader of the Intelligentsia Guild, Yabuli has spent years researching this technology. She's staking her personal reputation on seeing it put into practice. I assume you noticed the presence of Imagine on your journey here.
Well, yeah, but what does that have to do with what we're talking about?
They're not visitors who migrated from plain Arcadia, but homegrown products of Astropolis itself.
I've heard that the birth of Imagine is closely tied to the unique properties of Ahatopia. Could it be that Ms. Yabuli really has gotten her hands on some earth-shattering secret?
It's hard to say, but there's no doubt she's conducted extensive research into both the Husk and Imagenesis. Her claim that she can manipulate the Husk of Veracity doesn't seem to be some spur-of-the-moment delusion.
Even if she could harness the Veracity, that's not exactly preservation, is it? Aren't you all followers of the Amber Lord?
Little girl, the IPC indeed walks the path of preservation. That much is true. But the IPC is made up of individuals, each with their own idea of what preservation actually means. Should the preservation be about protecting individual lives and homes, or safeguarding the prosperity and order of the universe as a whole? That's a debate the IPC has never stopped having. Compared to the Anti-Destruction Alliance strategy, which would require endless coalition building and diplomatic maneuvering, the proposal to weaponize the Husk holds far more appeal. It offers a radical, efficient approach that would dramatically showcase the IPC's power, and the prospect of harnessing the fragments of a fallen Aeon. This alone was enough to send many a colleague of mine with a taste for grand narratives into a frenzy of eagerness.
Grand indeed. But I fear that when the time comes, Yabali and Oswaldo may end up creating something far more terrifying than Nanook.
From what I understand, no matter how many people support or oppose it, the proposal still has to be put to a vote by the heads of the IPC's 7 departments before it can be implemented.
I've secured the support of Madame Skardai from the Business Consolidation Department and Zazad from the Talent Motivation Department.
Wait a minute. Let me write down all these names and departments.
You don't need to remember all that. All you need to know is this. The score's 3-3. For the time being, we're tied.
Whew. Thank goodness. Sounds like things haven't gone completely off the rails just yet.
Wait, 7 departments, 7 votes. Did someone abstain?
The power to cast the deciding vote fell into the hands of Mr. Arita from the Traditional Project Department. Instead of tipping his hand at the meeting, he postponed the vote. And in 5 system hours from now, he will give his answer at the Internal Decision-Making Conference.
How long? 5 system hours?
In other words, it's only a matter of 5 hours before Plain Arcadia gets canvassed again. Or becomes a total sacrifice to the weaponized husk.
And our goal is to convince the undecided Mr. Arita?
Precisely. As a matter of fact, he refuses to meet with anyone, especially lobbyists from within the IPC. Arita is the most senior of the 7 department heads, and the most low-profile one among them all. Apart from showing up to make calls at key moments, his schedule is never made public. A big man like that prefers to call the shots from behind the scenes, not step into the spotlight to debate with his subordinates.
Then what if it were the Nameless of the Express requesting an audience? Would there be even a sliver of a chance?
It's a long shot, but I guess we could give it a try. I've already dispatched a team of field specialists to track down his movements today. I'm sure one of them will report back with a lead soon.
I'll talk Arita around, no matter what it takes. The fate of billions is at stake, my friends' lives included. That's all the reason I need to keep fighting for this. I believe Madame Pearl shares the same conviction, and that is why she has my respect. But make no mistake, just because I'm giving this everything I've got doesn't mean I'm fully siding with the Strategic Investment Department. I refuse to let the fate of billions become a bargaining chip in the IPC's internal power struggles.
I understand. I swear by my cornerstone that what I place upon the scales this time is my unconditional trust and support. You have my word, so please rest assured. To ensure you all have a proper base of operations, I'll arrange an office in Lodestar Tower, the central hub of Astropolis. You're welcome to convene there to discuss the matters ahead. Well then, I shall take my leave.
To decide the fate of an entire world?
kind of people does Jade send into the field?
Probably people who are good at staying under the radar, I assume.
They've got intel already? Madam Jade's team really is something else.
They want us to meet at a restaurant. Sounds like they found where Arita's been dining.
So we just barge in and ask for a meeting? Would Arita even agree to see us?
It's not exactly ideal to show up with a crowd when requesting an audience with someone important. How about this? He and I will head out, while March and Miss Nihilux go on ahead to the Lodestar Tower and get settled in. What do you think?
Fair enough. If I tagged along, I'd probably put my foot in it and make things harder for you two anyway.
We can't delay any longer. Let's split up and get moving. Oh, right. This is my first time teaming up with you. Huh, Sonny?
Missing Don Hung.
Is the meeting spot somewhere around here? Wait. That figure! Is that you, Scott? You're still alive?
Spit down, for crying out loud! Can't you see I'm in the middle of a secret mission here? Thanks to your immense generosity, I, Scott, have come back from death, and now I'm back to repay the favor!
And this is...
Oh, almost forgot. This is an old acquaintance of mine, Mr. Scott.
You're the IPC victim from the bloodbath in Dovebrook. So, Mr. Scott, how exactly did you survive?
Wasn't it all thanks to you screaming about getting revenge for me in front of everyone? Oh, please. Would I ever lie to you? Shall we run it back on the VCR?
This one is for Scott. And this one, this is for everyone you've tormented! All right, I said it. So what? I'm kind of starting to regret it.
Well, it's too late for regrets now. After Interastral Peace Entertainment broadcast that fight, everyone started asking the same thing. Who's Scott? When I was alive, I never imagined I'd ever have that kind of insane clout. That's probably why one day I suddenly woke up in my office in Astropolis as if everything had just been a dream.
It seems wish power doesn't only take effect in plain Arcadia, it can work in Astropolis too.
My fault. I've been rambling on about everything except what actually matters. But how lucky am I? I just got back from hell, and already I have a chance to repay your kindness. Madam Jade asked me to share what I know about Arita with the two of you.
So, Mr. Scott, you know of Arita's whereabouts?
Of course! The many secrets of Astropolis are practically pinned on a public bulletin board for a wallflower like me, someone who can slip through walls and go completely unnoticed. I sneaked a peek at Arita's secretary's shredder and pieced together his itinerary. Mr. Arita will be dining at this upside-down restaurant today.
In that case, what are we waiting for? Lead the way.
Who would have thought your single act of kindness would transcend worlds and come to our aid?
That was hardly some act of kindness. I should have kept my mouth shut.
Right this way.
An anti-gravity corridor? It feels like I'm back in a Penaconian dream.
Purchase the ownership rights? Even back when I was still alive, a place like this was a rare splurge for me.
A restaurant that truly lives up to its name. The view here is quite spectacular. In Penacony, whenever the stock market fluctuates, plenty of people will head up to high places for a little mental recalibration. Does Astropolis share the same custom?
A bigwig like him is definitely dining in some secluded private room, probably surrounded by bodyguards too. Let me go scout ahead for you. Wait here.
Welcome.
We're the only department without AI assistance.
Wait a minute. Is that Asta?
Initiating route clearance.
It's only been a minute. Strange.
Do those shades look familiar to you?
Wait, they appear to be Mr. Scott's. What exactly happened here?
Mr. Taravan has concluded his meal. Items consumed during this dining session: 100 portions of prime tomahawk steak, 30 blocks of dragon-scale cheese, 10 servings of emerald mushroom salad, assorted Ushaka blue-spotted sashimi, and gold flake wine.
Taravan? That's quite the appetite. And you are?
I am Mr. Taravan's personal dietary management robot. My duties include monitoring his blood pressure before and after meals, and ensuring he takes his high-potency digestive enzymes and gout medication. My regards to you both. All for the Amber Lord, and that eternally bottomless dinner table. Wash your hands before you eat. Rinse your mouth after the treat. Good health makes for a happy life. Yo-ho, yo-ho!
So, this isn't some private room for Mr. Arita at all.
You guessed correctly, Penaconian exile. Please don't blame your poor ghost friend. His idea of stealth isn't nearly as impressive as he thinks, and neither is his brain. With just a little bit of misdirection, he dutifully led you straight here to me. Of course, I wouldn't be so bold as to let you disturb Mr. Taravan's meal without permission.
Allow me to introduce myself. I'm Kenneth Arita of the Traditional Project Department.
Traditional Project Department? Arita?
How could that be?
I'm merely an adopted son, fortunate enough to bear the old gentleman's family name. If you think of all of Astropolis as one big sprawling family, then I'd be the butler of the household. And a butler's job is to know everything that goes on within the estate, down to the smallest detail, and to ensure no pests ever find their way inside to threaten the family's interests. I heard that the Astral Express had arrived in Astropolis, 3 nameless bringing a flock of refugees to beg for aid. Curiosity got the better of me, so I decided to come and take a look. And the result turns out to be disappointing.
I'm sorry. There must have been some misunderstanding between us. Mr. Kenneth, we have an extremely urgent matter and would like to request an audience with Mr. Arita.
Mr. Arita has already made his position clear to everyone. No lobbyists. The lady from the Strategic Investment Department behind your visit should know that all too well. My father taught me that at the heart of every deal lies one thing: respect. But that lady showed no regard for Mr. Arita's wishes, sending bumbling spies and reckless lobbyists. Her actions were utterly devoid of respect.
Kenneth, we're not spies, nor do we mean to offend you. We're just a group of desperate people with nowhere else to turn. My friends are back in plain Arcadia, and every living being in that world are in grave danger right as we speak. On behalf of the Astral Express, I make this promise to you, and through you, to Mr. Arita. So long as he is willing to cast the deciding vote against the weaponization of the husk, the Express will bear any and all costs and obligations that arise from it. Please, make sure this promise reaches him.
The bond you share with your friends is truly moving. However, I'm afraid I can't do that. As for this spy right here, I can give him back to you. The heart of every deal lies in respect. Chew on that. I've said my piece. Ugh, Taravan, that bloated pig. Weaponizing the voracity? Why not just weaponize himself instead? Save everyone the trouble.
So, what do we do now?
I'm sorry. I messed everything up again.
An unfavorable opening, to say the least. The moment IPC faction politics get involved, things get infinitely more complicated. What do you think? Should we try a different approach, or keep up the chase? You mean what he said to us before he left?
The heart of every deal lies in respect. Is Kenneth trying to tell us something?
Respect? Since when has the IPC ever treated anyone with respect? Setting everything else aside, my higher-ups are each more ruthless than a wolf, which is very much in line with my family motto, no friends, only prey. Who knows? Maybe we're even distant relatives? A wily old fox like Arita, does he even know what respect means? The only way he'd ever bow is if Louis Fleming crawled out of his coffin, I'd say.
True respect comes from having the strength that others acknowledge. Just like how the Strategic Investment Department respects the Astral Express. Kenneth is telling us he wants to see what we're made of.
Aye. see. But what do we have that could earn his respect? Trying to bribe him would take wealth on old Odie's level to sway Arita. As for using force, that would be exceedingly unwise on IPC ground. As far as the city is concerned, the awakening of the Husk is still a piece of information known only to the IPC's upper echelons. But Astropolis isn't home to IPC executives alone. It's also teeming with envoys, magnates, and officials from member worlds across the pan-cosmic trade system.
Exactly. The crisis Plain Arcadia is facing right now is going to seriously shake their confidence in the IPC. What's that old saying? When one limb suffers, the whole body feels the pain. So, once we release this information to the public, the IPC's stock price is going to be thrown into turmoil.
We don't necessarily have to convince Arita. We can use information the way Fullwish did. Once you start learning from the enemy, it's hard to stop, isn't it? So, we leak this to the press and turn this little internal scheme into an external risk that the IPC has no choice but to deal with.
I can reach out to Albert and feed him a bombshell for his keeping up with Star Rail.
Husk? Stock fluctuations? I have no idea what you're talking about. I think I'll pass. I just got a new lease on life, and I'd like to enjoy it for a few more days. Anyway, I gotta run!
Now then, let's have Kenneth show a little respect. Come on, Sonny. Let's head to the Lodestar Tower and meet up with March and the others. March 7th? Disturbing the peace? What? Oh, you gotta be kidding me.
We can still make it in time. We make haste.
Initiating route clearance. Initiating route clearance. Initiating route clearance.
It's just one thing after another.
Is Kenneth creating obstructions for us?
No way. He left us a hint?
So, the marketing development department is behind this?
What's going on over there?
I see them. They're right there.
Disturbing the peace? Is this a mistake?
We are guests invited by Madam Jade of the Strategic Investment Department.
Is this really how Astropolis treats its guests?
Your entry permits are verified and valid. However, the laws of Astropolis are jointly upheld by the 7 major departments. No exemptions are granted based on the invitation of a single senior executive. Our system detects a dangerous wanted fugitive hiding among your visiting party.
Is this some kind of interastral joke? The nameless of the Astral Express are heroes who've saved many worlds.
This is bad. We need to go, now.
Target identified. Sunday, former head of Penacony's Oak family. Currently a high-priority wanted criminal of the family. Charges include severe endangerment of cosmic order and security.
Since when does the IPC hunt down wanted criminals for the family?
In accordance with the Pan-Galactic Civilization's Judicial Mutual Assistance and Emergency Extradition Treaty, IPC security forces are authorized to subject dangerous fugitives to preventative detention to ensure segmentum stability and fulfill treaty obligations.
It appears explaining myself is entirely pointless now.
Excuse me, I am not equipped with a dreaming module. You have selected the most unwise course of action. Violent obstruction of the law. Warning. Disarm immediately. Non-compliance will prevent us from guaranteeing your right to life.
That's the stuff. Clashing with the local authorities every 3 stops of the way. How familiar.
Target threat level. Unable to assess. Requesting lighthouse support. Requesting lighthouse support.
Lighthouse, copy. Request received.
Lead us forward!
Trust me, we can do anything! This.
Watch over you and guide you on your path.
Drive toward new dawn!
It's been too long.
A will of
actually.
Lighthouse! Execute the arrest directive immediately!
Zip it, tin can! You're making my brain hurt.
Huh? What's going on? Why is he taking down his own people?
All right, stand down. I'm not here to cause trouble. Here, this is a special access pass. Its clearance is a few grades higher than that outdated arrest warrant of yours. I'm taking them with me. Objections?
Clearance confirmed.
Hilarious. Clearance confirmed. One word of objection out of you, I'll be pounding you into scrap and shipping you back to security in a box. Right, you lot. Write your own incident reports. Make it airtight and keep my name out of it, hear me? Well, don't just stand there. Do you really want to waste eternity dealing with these by-the-book blockheads? Allow me to introduce myself. I am Lighthouse, Astropolis' honorary security officer. I am the light that pierces the darkness, the shield that guards against danger, the one who leaves no place to hide for the scoundrels that threaten IPC assets and the safety of Astropolis' citizens. I am the bane of evil. See that gleaming statue? They built it for me after I single-handedly stopped an out-of-control airship from crashing into Paradise Island 3 years ago, saving well over 100 IPC executives and more than 1,000 foreign dignitaries from our partner worlds.
Cool.
So, you're basically Astropolis' resident superhero?
Superhero? I'm no different from the influencers swarming this city. I can't hold a candle to the nameless of the Astral Express. At the end of the day, I'm just a corporate grunt running errands for the bigwigs. Someone sent me to bail you out. As guests of the Strategic Investment Department, you all have free reign in Astropolis, with the exception of that Palovian young master over there. Oh, come on! Please don't make my life difficult!
The IPC is riddled with internal factions. It seems someone is trying to assert their presence.
Spot on! I got 2 calls at the same time. One asked me to ensure unrestricted access for the Strategic Investment Department's guests, and the other asked me to apprehend the high-risk wanted felon. I thought to myself, isn't this just picking on the little guy? Am I supposed to fish the sugar out of their instant coffee too? But hey, that's just how corporate life is.
So, tell me, big hero, exactly which 2 heavyweights are duking it out up there?
On IPC turf, some questions are better left unasked. Because the real question isn't who done it, but rather who wants you to know. And I obviously haven't received the directive to tell you.
To think my past mistakes would catch up with me right here, right now. You two, I'm very sorry. Imposing my presence here will only burden you. So be it. No need to worry, Mr. Lighthouse. I will leave Astropolis. Immediately.
Where could you go at a time like this?
I'll return to the Express and warp to low orbit above Plane Arcadia. There I can use the Express as a comms relay. We need first-hand intel from there. Take care, you two. I'll do my part, and you do your best too.
Phew! Finally got His Highness out of my hair. My performance review is safe. I'll call that a win.
Honestly, I never want to set foot in this dump ever again.
It's truly my greatest honor that you Nameless are so willing to cooperate. By the way, I hear you're heading to the Lodestar Tower. Please, allow me to escort you the rest of the way. I guarantee no one else will come looking for trouble.
Escort. Or surveil.
In Astropolis, surveillance is a public service. Me, I'm just the optional companion package with a more